Are you serious? Are you serious, guys? Now California has to worry about volcanoes. Prepare, prepare, prepare now. That is the information that the U.S. Geological Survey is saying, plus other volcanologists and seismologists, even some cardiologists are saying, California, you need to prepare. Well, let me just say, let me put a shout out right now. First of all, one way to prepare might be if you get www.backupsolarbank.com. That's www.backupsolarbank.com. Extraordinary high winds across the Midwest and northeastern United States led to power outages. Over 800,000 residents in the region found themselves without power. Natural disasters like this is why I take as much time as necessary preparing myself for these apocalyptic scenarios. The most important thing you could have is a backup solar bank. And guess what, guys? It is powered by, it's solar powered. You don't need batteries. You don't need to plug in wire electricity. No, you just need the brightness of the sun to charge this thing to give you absolutely incredible battery backup power at backupsolarbank.com. That's backupsolarbank.com. It's the single most convenient way to change, to change your life in a crisis. You can charge your phone or other electronic devices from virtually anywhere. It's basically a portable charger that fits in your pocket. But unlike typical power banks, it's entirely solar powered. So it will never worry about outlets, wires, batteries, because the backup solar bank is powered by the sun. And I can charge it from virtually anywhere, anytime. And also it supports wireless charging. So you can charge your phone or even your laptop with this incredible www.backupsolarbank.com. That is a great product. Perfect for a Christmas gift for someone in your family. Guys, here's what's going on right now. Let me just say something right now. I mean, the last thing we need is volcanoes. But guys, remember Steve Quayle talked about this. Steve Quayle, whenever I had him on during our first webinar of 2020, Megaquake 2020. Remember that? Well, Steve Quayle said, you people need to worry about Cascadia subduction zone and 13 volcanoes in California alone. 13 all along the coast. Do you understand that? You got the earthquakes, you got the wildfires, but do you realize your biggest concern is volcanoes? Well, we have reports coming in right now. California's hidden threat, but the most high risk it has is volcanoes that could erupt in the next 10 years. For years now, California has been bracing for the big one, the earthquake, a magnitude 7.0 or higher, earthquake that's expected to send ripples through the state within the century. But there's another deadly threat that's almost as likely and that people may be much less prepared for. Within the next 10 years, guys, there's about a 16% chance, a possibility of a small to moderate size volcanic eruption occurring somewhere in California. And according to the United States Geological Survey, they're reporting this prediction is based on 5,000 years of volcanic activity records. About 200,000 people live or work in a region at risk of an eruption, and millions visit every year, according to a report. In comparison, there's a 22% possibility that an earthquake at San Andreas Fault, sometime known as the big one, will hit within the same time frame, actually within a 30-year time frame. So the potential for damaging earthquakes, landslides, floods, tsunamis, wildfires is widely recognized in California, but nobody talks about, the researchers are writing about the hidden, most dangerous natural disaster possibility, which is volcanic eruptions. And despite the fact that they occur in the state about as frequently as the largest earthquake does on the San Andreas Fault, there are systems in place to detect potential volcanic eruptions. But guys, understand something. These hazards in specific parts of the state is important to reduce damage and loss of life from such events. Matter of fact, there are 8 volcanic areas throughout the state that experts say are threatening to people out of the 13 volcanoes that are actually in the state of California. 7 or 8 of those volcanoes sit on top of huge magma and thus are considered active and dangerous. And of these, Mount Shasta over at Medicine Lake Volcano and the Lassen Volcano Center in Northern California, as well as the Salton Buddies near the southern border, have erupted within the last 3,000 years and are considered to be high to very high risk areas now. The Long Valley volcanic region in the east has also erupted in that same time period, but is considered moderate to very low risk. Why? Because there is these others are already showing some indication of seismic rumblings. And the Clear Volcanic Lake volcanic field north of San Francisco is also considered to be a high to very high risk, though it hasn't erupted in the last 3,000 years. And a volcano can cause widespread damage even when it's not erupting, according to reports. An erupting volcano can cause ballistic showers of rocks, fast-moving currents of ash and lava flowing and glowing, and it's called pyroclastic flows, acid rain, ash, plumes, fumes, toxics, smoke, volcanoes that not currently right now can cause hazards. Grounds around the volcano may be unstable and can cause landslides and even earthquakes. And while these effects are most strongly felt near the site of an eruption, mudslides or flows can reach over 50 miles, and ashfall can fall as far as 1,000 miles, shutting down airports, creating smog and pollution and ash, requiring very heavy hazmat mask. Volcanic hazards are likely to be more than a local problem, folks. It becomes a region or even a national problem. The future eruption in Northern California is not a question of if it's going to happen, but when, and that is becoming more and more highly probable each passing year. We are in the danger zone. We're in the bullseye. We're in the moment when California is facing not only breaking off into the ocean, but blowing away in a volcanic eruption. Give your life to Jesus Christ. It sounds, taxation, manifestations, not a lot of celebration. Are you saved?